Hi friends, I'm Megan and I am back with an amazing thrift haul. It is truly the thrift haul of a lifetime. I got so many bucket list items and it's a big one. So grab your coffee or your tea and get comfy and let's get into this thrift haul. So first up, I'm gonna start with what I found on Marketplace this week. Marketplace has been so good lately. I think people are moving and the spring market is popping and I've just been finding item after item on Marketplace. So one of the items that I found is this beautiful, beautiful vintage chair. I'm gonna show you a little video of it and it just caught my eye immediately, and the pictures that they took didn't even do the color justice. When I got it home, I loved it even more, and it was only $20. I also found a pair of beautiful nightstands, and I don't need nightstands, but when I saw them on Marketplace, I thought, I need to get these. They're gorgeous, and I love the scallop detail on them. So I went and I picked them up. They were only $20 for the pair, and when I got them home, I thought, you know, these are really nice. They're a little nicer than I thought they would be, and they're in fabulous condition, solid wood, and I looked them up, and this is what I found. So you never know what you're gonna find on Marketplace. They have found their way into my home. They're actually the perfect size to go on either side of my front door, on the inside, and just to hold plants or whatever I need right there. So that was a fabulous find. I cannot believe I got both of those on Marketplace for $20 each. I found so many items this week. I'm gonna have to do this just like rapid. And so many of them are going to be up on my Etsy shop. So if you're interested in them, check my Etsy and see if it's there. If you don't see an item up there, let me know and I can get it put up for you. It just takes a long time and there's a big amount of items here. So first up, I did not find this week, but I found it recently and I was planning on holding on to it, but I think I'm going to be letting it go. And it's this beautiful vintage crock. It has some drip right here, which I love. And that will be up on my Etsy if you're interested in that. I also found a ton of books in the past couple weeks, a lot of really cool children's readers and some classics like A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. These are just so beautiful to use as decor or obviously to read them. And I have a whole list of them, some Reader Digest, a ton of books. I put a bunch of those up on Etsy as well, so you can check those out. This is one of my favorite items I probably have ever found. And it's this beautiful enamel and brass tray, and it is from Israel, and it says Israel in brass on the edges, and the detail is just amazing on this. Has the pedestal feet. It was originally used for traditional meals. They would put the bread or a dish in here, but it is just stunning. The colors on it are amazing. It was very dusty when I got it, and I think it was only like $5, and I cleaned it up really well, and now it's in great condition. So this is also up on my Etsy. I can never pass up a pretty dish. I found this pretty little cooking serving set. It's dirty, it needs to be cleaned up. But it was only $4, and it's so hard to find ones that have the top and the bottom together. And it has all the gold detail, really beautiful piece. It says Victoria on the bottom, Czechoslovakia. So really gorgeous. I will never leave a beautiful plate behind. You can put them on under a plant, you can put them on your table, obviously use them for decorating. Look how pretty this one is with a little handle. This one's Noritake, and they're only like 50 cents or $1. I also got this one. It says basil on it. This one's made in France. Just beautiful pieces to either hang on your wall, put under a plant, however you want to decorate with them, but I just can't leave them behind. This is a really pretty Pyrex piece. I don't usually get a lot of Pyrex, but I loved the tin for this one. And it does come with the dish that goes with it, the baking dish, which I bake with these Pyrex dishes. I have some of my mom's and my husband's grandma's, and so love some good Pyrex, but I don't usually collect it. But I just couldn't resist this pretty one with the carrying tin, the brass carrying tin. Love that. It was $6 for the pair of those. And I found a set of 7 of these Falstaff mugs. They're in fabulous, perfect condition. And there were 7 of these and then 1 of the snowflake. And so I think I'll sell them in pairs, and then 1 pair will just be a mismatched pair, which I love. I would probably choose this one if I were buying them, just because I like having a couple different mugs to choose from. So that was a good find. They were only $1.50 each. Tea break. On several false craft pieces this week. Found this big, beautiful crock or cookie jar, which is a false craft piece, stamped on the bottom, in perfect condition. I don't know that it was ever used. And it's, again, so rare to find things that actually have their tops with them. This one, I just love this particular pattern, really beautiful detail, and it does not have its top. And so it was only like $2, but I just think you could obviously use it as a casserole dish. It's a 2-quart one, but I think it would also be really nice as a planter for bulbs or succulents. Just the prettiest little planter with handles on the side. So that is available on my Etsy. 2 things I can never turn down: brass candlesticks and little milk glass vases. I have a set of milk glass vases up on my Etsy, and I actually have a set of brass candlesticks on my Etsy, and so I'm trying to build more to have some more collections available. I love the hobnail style. I have a bunch of these in my home, and I use them all the time, spring and summer, whenever I have flowers to put in. I just love this style. This is a piece that I was not really sure what it was when I got it. It kind of looked like ironstone, but I could tell it wasn't that because it's a little lighter. But I looked it up, and it has this beautiful dog on the handle and like a hunting scene around it. Beautiful, soft, creamy color. And this is actually a Wedgewood piece, a vintage Wedgewood pitcher. And they're quite collectible, and so I am glad that I picked this up. I think this one was $8, so a really beautiful find. I saw this and I, again, wasn't really sure what it was, but I felt like I needed to have it. And it is this blue and cream stoneware piece. It's made in Australia. And I'm not sure, I think it's like a decanter of some kind. It's got a hole down here. It was $6. I just think it would be beautiful in decor. And so I grabbed that. Blue and creams, blue and whites, always classic. So I grabbed that. This little piece I just thought was so cute. And I opened it up, and it's actually a vintage postcard. So I will probably reframe it. But I just thought it was so sweet. Mother, mother, Fido's eating my soap. And it was Magnolia. Just a little ad on a postcard, a little vintage one that I thought was really sweet. So love little candy and trinket dishes. I think they're so sweet to put by the side of your bed and just put your jewelry in every night, or you could put them by your kitchen sink and put your soap in it. And so I grabbed this one. It's made in Bavaria. Really pretty and great condition, no chips or anything. So sweet. Also on Etsy. So this beautiful piece is not true vintage, I don't believe. From my research, I believe it's originally from World Market, but it's from a long time ago at World Market, so maybe it's vintage now, I don't know. But I just thought that it looked like a vintage piece. It's enamel, and it's got such great patina on it. It's got little chips in the enamel here and there, and I think it's so pretty. It would be gorgeous on some open shelves in a kitchen. And so I love the patina on it. I gave it a good scrub. It needed a scrub. It was definitely used as a teapot. But now I just think it would be a perfect display piece. I think it was, I don't know, $5 or $6. Okay, you have to tell me what you think this is. I looked it up, and it looks like kind of a yoke that's used when farming, or like an oxen yoke, things like that. I feel like it would be fabulous if you drilled a little hole here and had a hook and you hung your plants off of it. The brand, I think, is Cutting brand, which is actually like a baseball brand. So I'm not really sure what it is. Let me know. But it was old and had the best patina, and so I had to get it. It was $8. Let me know what you think it is. When I got this piece, I thought, oh, it's pretty. And then I got it home and I thought, you know what? I wonder if that's uranium glass. And I don't think I've ever found a piece of uranium glass before, but you can check it by using a black light. And so you see how it glows, kind of a greenish yellow. Yeah, this is uranium glass, and I got it for 50 cents, so not bad. Love a good wooden shelf. This one is so sweet. I've already conditioned the wood and cleaned it up. It was only $5. I think it'd be so sweet. Put your books in it by the side of your bed, or your letters in it, things like that. But it's so sweet with little curved top. I can never pass up a good, sweet teddy bear. Look how cute she is. Her name is Mary Jane. She's a vintage Russin Berry bear in perfect condition. She's sweet, like beans, weighted beans in her paws and her bottom, and little velvet. I just love her outfit, the little plaid, so cute. She's on my Etsy. She's gonna be hard to let go of. Handmade art is always a good find at the thrift stores. I found this piece, which is a lighthouse. I don't love the framing or the matting, so I'm gonna redo that, and then I will put it up on my Etsy, but I just think it's a beautiful little cross-stitch piece there. It was only $3.50. This piece is gorgeous. This is a brass, I don't know that it's solid brass or if it's tin coated in brass, but it's heavy, and it's made in India. It's stamped on the bottom, made in India. It has these beautiful little handles on both sides. You could use this as a wastebasket, as a planter, as a magazine holder. Really beautiful. I couldn't find anything quite like it when I was researching. I think it was only like, it was $10, I think. And I just couldn't pass it up. I just think it's beautiful. So it is on my Etsy, and I will have a hard time letting it go because it's so unique. Okay, this was a bucket list item, guys. I don't have any like enamelware in my house, but I really, really appreciate it, the beauty of it. And I love when people decorate with it. I love to see it. Just because it doesn't match my house doesn't mean I can't appreciate it. And I've begun picking up some pieces, and when I found this, guys, I jumped for joy. I can't believe I got it. I got it for only $10. Look at the size of this thing. And it's pink. It is a pink enamel, like baby basin to wash your baby. I am in love with this piece. $10. And the lady who sold it to me was the absolute sweetest person, and I may have to go back to her and get more things because her whole house, I loved everything in it. And she was moving, and I'm gonna have such a hard time letting this go, but it is the most amazing thing. I just think the pink on it is so beautiful. Another bucket list item. It's been a good week. Look at this. This is a beautiful vintage picnic basket, and it's in great condition. It's a Hawkeye picnic basket. It is basically in perfect condition. I've cleaned it up some, but I'm going to condition the wood as well. It has this piece inside, which is a little bowed, but in great condition. I'm guessing it's so you can layer items, or I don't know, to bring them up from the bottom. I'm not sure. Y'all can tell me, but it even has that with it. Very clean inside. And I think it is so pretty. Like, how gorgeous would this be in your fall styling, in a vignette for Christmas, in a vignette for spring? I mean, the color could be used in so many different ways, and I've always wanted to find a vintage picnic basket. It honestly would match my house, but I don't know that I have the right spot for it since it's so large, so I am putting it on my Etsy as well. Y'all know I love my teapots. Got this little teapot. He doesn't have a top. That's okay. We use him as a planter. So cute, so pretty, in great condition, minus the top right there. He was only $2, and I just think this is the perfect planter. I mean, you can go to a big box store and buy one that everybody has, or you can get a gorgeous vintage piece that everyone will notice when they see your pretty plant sitting in it. Also, always love to get amber bottles. They're great for fall styling. You can put some greenery in them, or you can just layer different heights for different ones. This was only $1.50, so I always try to grab them when I find them pretty cheap. This piece is gorgeous. This is a beautiful clay pot, and it's a water holding pot like they would use back in the day to scoop up their water and take it back, because it is glazed on the inside. And so you could use this as a vase for your flowers because of the glazing, and it's just beautiful. It was only $5. I mean, it's heavy, and it's just beautiful. What a great find. We're almost there, folks. Another planter. This one is a Hallmark planter, but I just thought it was so sweet with the little rose detail on it. Love that. This piece is made by Bill Campbell, who is a pottery artist from Pennsylvania, and his pieces are well known just because of their really pretty, intricate style. It's called Crystalline, and this is just the prettiest vase. and his stamp is right there on the bottom. It's from 2018. This is just a gorgeous piece, a very rare find, and that is also on Etsy. I met the sweetest man in the thrift store, and I was in the aisle and he pointed out a couple of pieces and he's like, you should get these. They're really great. I've been using mine. They're from the 70s. I've been using them since then. And I was like, oh, thanks. And they weren't something I would normally pick up, but I kept looking in the aisle, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna look at them. He told me to look at them, I'm going to. And I don't know how he knew that I was like a collector, reseller, but I had a pretty big cart at the moment, so he must have caught on. And so I was looking at him, and I asked him a little bit more about him, and then I flipped him over and realized that they're Hall Pottery. Hall Pottery is made in the USA, and it's fabulous, very well made. And they have some beautiful colors and patterns, and this is the green drip glaze, and this is the casserole serving dish. You can use it in the oven, and I actually found this one and then also a casserole dish with a top. And so I got them both because the sweet man, we had just the best conversation, and I just decided to buy them both. And he told me that his dad was an antique dealer his whole life, and so he had an appreciation, and so we just had a lovely conversation. And when I got home, because I was chatting so much with him, I wasn't looking very carefully, and I noticed that the casserole dish had a little chip, just a hairline chip down the side of it. So because of that, I'm not, I guess, gonna ship it, but I kind of love it in my decor. I'm gonna show you how I used it in my house. I think it looks great in my kitchen. This one is available on my Etsy, and it's such a beautiful piece. I love this color, such a pretty pop, and very useful. This one is a little bit of a gamble, but geese are trending right now, and geese were around when I was a kid in like the 80s, 90s, and apparently they're back. And so I grabbed this casserole type dish with the geese and the strawberries. It has geese on the other side as well, and it's made by International Stoneware, Japan, in great condition, $3. And so we'll see if anybody's interested in that. I do think that the geese are cute. I have some other geese items on my Etsy and they're popular. So another bucket list item. The same lady who had beautiful pink enamel baby basin also had a couple of jadeite pieces, and I don't find jadeite ever. And it's pricey usually, and so I don't know if I can let these ones go. I think these ones I'm gonna keep. But she gave me the sweet little cup and 2 saucers. And so I'm gonna try and grow my collection. Although I do think jadeite with the pink, the green and pink combination, so cute with like white and things for spring. I always grab wrapping paper and contact paper when I can because it's great for the drawer liners. And I got this one, I honestly think I had this in my room in the 90s. So hopefully it still sticks, I don't know, but it was only $1. So I grabbed it. It's pretty blue with the white flowers. Another enamelware piece that this lady also had, $10 as well. This pretty bowl with the blue marble pattern. Love that. Gorgeous, gorgeous piece. I can't believe I got 2 pieces of enamel this week. And then my last piece is this really pretty cross-stitch framed art. It says, "To know how sweet your home may be, just go away but keep the key." I just think that's really, really sweet. So what an amazing haul. So many bucket list items. I got enamel, I got jadeite, I got uranium glass, I got brass, I got the Wedgewood pitcher. I mean, so many items that I didn't even know were on my list, and I checked them off. So go check my Etsy. A lot of this is up on there. If it's not, you can message me on Etsy and just say, hey, I was interested in this piece, and I can get it listed for you. It just takes a while to get it all done. So thank you so much for sitting through this haul with me. It was a great one. Please let me know what your favorite item was. I don't know that I can pick. I love the chair that I found for my house. I love the nightstands I found for my house, but I also really love my enamelware. I don't know if I can pick. The picnic basket, oh my goodness. Let me know what was your favorite, and thanks for watching. Till next time, happy thrifting.